Hello everybody and welcome back to the HTAV YouTube channel, where today you find me here in, well, my room basically. That's where I am. You're there, I'm here, and I'm inside my house. It's got windows, it's got beds, and it's of course got a stable roof. I thought, well, that's quite boring. Why would you want that? Why would you want windows, a bed, and a stable roof? Like, what normal, civilized human being would want that? Instead, what I want is to sleep in the garden under canvas. So today, join me as I, spend the night in the garden basically in a tent. Something different. Like, I've got a tent. I'm planning on doing camping quite a lot in the sort of near future. I might not put it on YouTube, but this is just a bit of a different video showing my tent and just what it's like, I guess, spending the night in a tent in your own garden. Obviously, I won't give away where I live. I'm not going to pinpoint my house exactly on Google Maps or anything like that, because that's a massive breach of security and privacy. Instead, I'm going to just show you the tent outside in a moment, and then sort of show you the setup, if you will, and how I'm going to sort of hopefully sleep the night in said tent. Right. For now, though, I need to take my bag down there because I've got some sort of food in it because, like, well, I'm outside and I'm not inside. The principle of that is quite simple. And I've got some other bits and bobs, like, well, I don't know really, just my laptop and stuff, just stuff that I may need. Don't even know if there's going to be any Wi-Fi in the back garden. I know in the front there is, but in the back it's slightly more limited. Right, for now though, as I said, let's head outside and I guess I'll just show you my tent first of all. So then, as you can see here, my tent is by a brand called Pro Action, and yes, I haven't heard of them until I had sort of made this video. As you can see, also it's in a lovely red colour, and it just stands out perfectly against the green backdrop of the garden. There's a close-up of the logo. If I can find the product, I'll link it in the description below, but it's not sponsored or anything, so I'm not making any money from it, and neither is the company. As you can see here, just a rough idea of the size and the guidelines here as well. Just 4 of them, obviously one on each corner like that. And they're just pegged in, but just in the garden here, there isn't ever that much wind unless it's blowing from the sea. But in this video, hence why I'm camping this night, there isn't any wind. As you can see, also, there's a little rain cover there, as well as the poles that go sort of across the thing, and it has just got 2 poles, so it was very simple to set up indeed. In terms of the actual size, yes, it's suitable. It's not too big, it's not too small, but then again, for me, it is just perfect. So then, here we are, well, sort of in, out, shake it about, around the tent. Yeah, I'm like half in and half out because, well, I go in there and, well, this happens. I look like some sort of lava monster. It's just glowing red, and that's all because of that big beast up there. The shining, blazing sun that's probably giving me sunburn at the same time as sitting here in the garden in a weird red orb made of a funny material that makes a horrible noise. Yuck. Well, no, not yuck. It's an experience. And yes, I'm not going to have a comfortable night's sleep, and I'm going to wake up with back pain. But it's all the fun, isn't it? In all seriousness, though, I'm quite excited for this night. It's just different, isn't it? And the idea of camping itself, I love it. As you can see, that's the sole reason why I own a tent. And I want to do more of it. Like I said, not on YouTube, just for me personally. But I thought this was sort of a good sort of starter, if you will, into the camping sort of vibe and experience, and just getting a grasp of what camping is really like. And me sitting here in the garden, even just with the sun blazing down on my face, and I go inside the tent and this happens, ooh, it's a fun experience, and I'm looking forward to it. So, what I was going to do though is try and somehow show you the well, sleeping setup. It's gonna be a little bit awkward, but I'll just explain to you. So, at the bottom here, as you can see, we've got a sleeping bag, and it's quite a thin sleeping bag. It's nice and light, but it's perfect for the sort of summer camping that I'm planning on doing. As this tent, as I said in the voiceover, isn't a heavy-duty winter tent, just for light summer camps, perfect for weather, just like it is now. What a beautiful evening. As well, as you saw, I brought out this blanket here, just in case it gets cold in the night, because, well, it's the north of Scotland, and weather can change within just 5 minutes. And also, I've got the 2 pillows there, which I've brought out as well. And, well, that's about it for the actual setup. If I was out on a real camp, I'd probably take more stuff with me. Obviously, I've got spare tent pegs and stuff as well. That's just sort of a necessity, because the nature of a tent peg, it might snap on the camp and you run out, and that's like, well, a pain, if you will. But then again, that's about it for the sleeping setup. I forgot, like, one of the most important things, and something that was actually bought for the tent. It's this. Underneath the sleeping bag is a mat. It's like a sort of, well, it keeps heat. It's got the funny foil stuff on the bottom. It's like heat proof, something like that. I don't understand the science behind it. I'm not a scientific person. It's like a foam sleeping mat, sort of a liner underneath the sleeping bag, just to give it a little bit more padding and protection. But that's why I brought the blanket out anyway. Not just for warmth, because, like I said, it could just get cold at any moment, but also a bit more cushioning. For now, though, well, I've got some snacks, and as the snacks are really important, and, well, eating is a very key part of the camping experience. Eating outside, how glorious. I'm gonna tuck in and, well, just sort of try and relax. I don't know how I'm gonna be sitting. I'm just kind of, like I said, half sitting in and out the tent right now. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but, well, it'll do. And like I said, extra comfort. I've got the pillows. I've got some other stuff in my bag. I've got my laptop, knowing if it doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi. No idea. I've no clue. Not done any research. Not done any prior testing. But this is just an experience for me personally of camping in the garden. So, with that said, I'm gonna hop inside the tent. Sort of, well, just chillax for a bit. That's the plan. Right. Let's go, I guess. I'm all like sort of set up now, and it's, well, the sound in here is like really weird. That's the first thing I've noticed as I've started talking. It's like really sort of condensed. It's like a recording studio, if you know what I mean. It's like, I don't know, not echoey, but like the echoes feel like they're all in one condensed area, which I guess that makes sense because, like, well, it's an enclosed capsule in the garden. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And another thing I've noticed about this is just how roomy it is. Excludes the horrible red glow, by the way. That's nasty, isn't it? I probably look like I've got incredibly high blood pressure. But I don't. I'm a fully healthy, happy human. And I'm even happier that I'm in this tent. Anyway, the room. That's something I've noticed. This is a 2-man tent by Pro Action. Never heard of them before until I started this video. Bought the tent earlier. But the room inside is, well, splendid. You can obviously sleep 2 people abreast like this, one here, one here. But me, as a 6'2" individual, very tall, very handsome, fits perfectly well in here. Something I have noticed though is it is like a sun trap. It's like a greenhouse in here. If I was a tomato, I would be sort of, well, glowing red. And I've already said I am, so I probably look like a tomato right now. I don't know what I'm on about anymore. Probably contracted sunstroke. I don't know. I've been in the garden too much today. I've been out in the blazing heat. God, so hot today. A whopping 18 degrees in Wick, Scotland. Oh my gosh. Another thing I like about this tent is the removable, well, rain cap thing up there. I've got it covered now because, well, in case of rain, because like I said, it's Wick. But if you want, you can have that nice and open, and you can do some stargazing. And if it's a clear night tonight, well, you never know. We might put the shoes back on and head back out there. But for now, though, I'm just sort of stretching out, chilling out, and I'm just gonna wait around till sunset before we sort of bed down, and I show you how I do that. Also, like I said, I've got some other bits and bobs. I've got the laptop here, which, in fact, right now, live on camera, I'm going to see if it connects to said Wi-Fi. We've got Wi-Fi, but unfortunately, from my behalf, because like I said, we're in an enclosed capsule in the garden, it's weak. But can I load up anything on it? Can I load YouTube? That'd be helpful. I can. Good. I can watch YouTube. That's helpful. That's really helpful. Could even watch the HTAB YouTube channel. But it's very good. We've hit 600 subscribers, guys. We've got 500 videos. This is the 501st. Well, it'd be rude not to subscribe, wouldn't it? Ching ching. Anyway, that test is now sort of complete. And I've got some other bits and bobs. Got me pajamas. Don't know if I'll need them. Don't know if it'll be cold. No idea. And most importantly, snacks. What are these then? These are s'mores choc nibbles. I love choc nibbles. That sounds really weird. If you're not from the UK, or if you are from the UK and you don't know what these are, I'd highly recommend them. Very, very tasty. Very nutritious. A perfect camping treat, if I do say so myself. They're limited edition, meaning they're very limited numbers. And this number, this saucy number here, is going later on. But for now though, like I said, I'm just going to sort of relax, wait till the sunset, just sort of, well, just get used to the place, because it's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm sat like really crouched. It's sort of awkward as hell with position. I could lay down like this, which is going to look really unappealing on camera. In all fairness, it's uncomfortable, but it's not unbearable. Right, let's get on with it.
We don't have houses set. No. That's the kind of road we're looking for. That. So we actually do have multiple houses. There's at least 2 on this road. Yeah, you can see all the mailboxes. Wait.
Right, get this zip back up then, because it's getting quite chilly in this tent now. I say that as I've got a t-shirt on. No wonder it's getting chilly. Hopefully it's quite sort of light. Well, it's still quite light outside, but I mean in the tent. I hope it's still quite light. And so we've got insects. I'm just making sure they're not inside the sort of, well, thing of the tent, because what's worse than sort of just insects in general? Well, insects were inside a tent. That's quite sort of painful. I hate it when they're all crawling about on the netting. Obviously, I've not got like any sort of bug net. I've got this thing up here, which is fine. Hide out any sort of insects getting through there. And also, that's to what will stop water and other gunk and stuff coming in, which is always nice. Went out there, you saw the shots a second ago. Not much of a sunset, but the aim now is to sort of prepare for, I say prepare for bed, but like we're not really preparing for bed, as we're just sort of gonna get into the, what do we call it? It's the sleeping bag. I forgot what they were called. Still just watching YouTube, eating my choc nibbles, whatever you want to call them. Really good, in fact. Would highly recommend. 10 out of 10. In terms of the temperature, like I said, it's quite chilly, so I will be sort of putting my hoodie back on, and I'll probably end up sleeping in it. Obviously, when it comes to actual camping, I'm not going to be as, say, sort of a novice towards it. I'll use that word because I'm only new, but I'm sort of hopefully going to gain experience and know what to wear and what to dress for. But for now, at least, I'm okay. So, put my hoodie back on and I'll get into the sleeping bag, which, yeah, I'll show you. Oh, this is going to be really difficult. Already, I feel like such a fool putting this on YouTube, but here we go, into the sleeping bag. Why didn't I unzip it? That would have been a wiser idea, but I think, yeah, that's... Oh yeah, obviously you can tighten it like this, but I won't be having it too tight, but this is the probable sleeping idea. I don't dread to think how I look on the camera right now. Sure, you're seeing my wonderful self. I've got a moderate amount of room to stretch. It's quite slim. I've got quite a bit of room behind me. I can't actually... If I lie like this, I can put my entire body weight and length down, but sort of gonna have to sleep curved. But it's fine. I could sleep that way across the tent. I guess I could just adjust and move. But really, this is me for the night. And well, I'm not doing anything else now. So, with that said, I'm probably gonna sort of nod off soon when I just keep watching my YouTube and just try and get some sort of sleep on the floor. It's not the most comfortable, but then again, it's not the worst place I've ever slept. I have slept directly on the carpet, and that was, let's say, an experience, just like this is. But we live and learn, don't we? We live and learn. So, with that said, I guess what I'll say to you guys is now night, and I guess I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's well, it doesn't feel like it, but it's about 6:15 in the morning. The sun's out, there's birds everywhere, and the world is just waking up on a Sunday morning. Yep, I'm up at 6:15 on a Sunday morning because, well, I'm outside, and when I'm outside, I feel like I wake up earlier. I don't know if that's just me. Like, does that make any sort of sense? No idea, but I feel to an extent kind of fresh. I feel like I've had some sort of sleep. Yes, it was really uncomfortable because of, well, the lack of any sort of cushioning. And yes, I did have to take this blanket thing off underneath of the sleeping bag because it did get really uncomfortable in the night. And I've slept since about 4. That's when I was last up, and to be honest, not slept the worst. In terms of the temperature last night, I wasn't cold at all, which was good. I could feel a slight draft blowing in, but inside the sleeping bag and with the blanket, it was fine. So that is just what we need. Weather outside today looks absolutely marvellous. Looks like it's going to be another brilliant day. And that's, well, obviously a good thing. And something else I'd like to mention is this. Inside the tent we've got a considerable amount of condensation. Yeah. Probably just from the temperature change last night with the sort of heat coming in, and then it just turned quite cold. And also me sat here filming and speaking inside the tent. We're not recommended, but, well, does it really matter at the end of the day? Probably, because like there's water inside the tent, so it's gonna have to dry now. But we'll save that for later, and we'll figure that out as we go along. So yeah, in terms of the actual night, it wasn't too bad. I'd do it again, and there's bugs on the outside of the tent. Just making sure they're not on the inside, because like I said yesterday, I think, did I say this? I don't remember. Not the most appealing thing to wake up to. But yeah. I'm not going to get up quite yet because, well, I'm just going to wait for other people to get up actually inside the house. But for now, I'll just chill out and sort of just wake up gradually, because obviously I've just abruptly woke up, so it's not the most effective way of getting out of bed. But, well, as far as bed, it's adequate. I'll say that for the least. Just got a cup of tea in the tent. I just think it's weird, just sitting in the garden, drinking a cuppa. Also, look at my amazing mug. I love my bus mug. They sent me that for free. Anyway, to get rid of the condensation, the flappy thing has been opened slightly because, like, well, there's quite a bit of moisture around the tent, but that's just normal. There's a big sort of pile of it down here. I don't know if you can you see that? Yeah, there's like a water pile. I don't really want to sort of pot that anyway. Yeah, there's quite a bit of moisture, but I'm gonna drink my tea now and just crack on, watch a bit more YouTube, and just relax because it's a Sunday and, well, we don't need to do that much. And well, I'll probably get a few more shots and then just to sort of, well, round up the video back where I started.
Pennsylvania sign. Wait, we actually need Pennsylvania.
Probably an easier way of doing that in all fairness, but well, how I'm doing it, very comfortable at this time of morning. Here's the blanket that I put in yesterday. I'll just pick them all at once, along with the pillows. Lay it out. There we go. Just about. Right, there you go. I'll fold it up. It's remarkable how easy it is to set up and take down, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's a nice simple
There's
system.
some tents that you just, well, take ages.
It's a good simple system, which we like.
I remember as big tent we had.
Oh, like attached to that, that's all right.
Yeah, that is. I remember a big tent we had for Wales.
Yeah.
That took ages to set up. So then, around what? Probably, what? 12, something like 12 hours later, I'm back here in my room after my night out in the Go Action tent, the bright red tent that you saw hopefully in this video. If you didn't see it, then, well, how are you watching it now? Bit of a mystery. And in all fairness, it wasn't that bad. At the start of the video I said, it'll be an experience. And I can conclude that indeed it was an experience. It was fun. It was slightly airy at times, if you will, within the sleeping position and just getting comfortable. But the nature of sleeping on something like, well, this thing is obviously not going to be the most comfortable. But if you're actually out camping in sort of a real campsite scenario, then you're probably going to be tired anyway and just sort of fall asleep. Me, I hadn't been doing much yesterday as I filmed this, so, well, it was slightly more difficult to get to sleep. I started off going to sleep and it was fine. I eventually sort of toddled off, wondered what a weird line thing was on the door, but in fact it was just a pattern on the door. I thought, oh, what's shining on the fence? And then there's a crow just outside, it just does this on the window. It just pecks on the windows along like here, and all you can hear is just ting, ting, ting all the time. And then you hear it flying away and going, so yeah, that's a bit of a weird sound effect. In fact, I think I can see that exact crow right now. I'm watching you. Anyway, with that said, it was an experience, and I liked it a lot. Would I do it again? Yes, but maybe not in the garden. Maybe next time at a real campsite. And if I do it at a real campsite, even just somewhere locally around here, I probably, thinking about it now, will make another video on it, depending on how well this one does. But then again, it's my channel, I can post what I want, and if you don't like it, well, you don't have to watch it, basically. It's just my videos, isn't it? So, the tent itself, yeah, really good. Plenty of space. Got obviously the little pocket thing on the side, which you can just pop stuff in anyway, just for extra added storage. And plenty of room. Like, I took my trousers off last night, obviously to change into my pyjamas before bed, because I'm not sleeping in my actual trousers. And I managed to change them perfectly inside the tent without much stupid noises, which was nice to see. And in terms of that, it's just plenty of space. Obviously, it is a two-man tent, but for me, as a 6'2" tall, handsome young man, or something, whatever I said last night, I don't quite remember. But whatever it was, it's very truthful, and it's very accurate for the tent. When I sleep, I sort of have to bend at the back. That's really weird. No, not bend. Yeah, I have to sleep bent, not at the back. That'd be really uncomfortable. Bend my legs. That's what I'm all about. I overcomplicated that slightly, because I can't fully lie straight without my head either being right on the canvas like this, or my feet just being through the wall, which I don't really want to rip the tent, especially not if I was out camping in an actual campsite. That'd be quite a shame. And yeah, the tent itself is brilliant. So, with that said, we've come to the end of the video, and I liked it a lot. It was an experience, that's what I hoped for, and in turn I would do it again. I think I'm prepared for the wider world, if you would. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, maybe drop a comment and just say, camping, or something to that effect. Also, while you're there, you can subscribe, as we recently hit 600 subscribers, which is quite an achievement. Right, with that said, I'll see you on the next one, and maybe we'll do something even more different next time. Right, see ya. And I just need to put this away, so let's get going.